All right, everyone, welcome back to the Darian. And finally, we're on to the quarterbacks in previewing the 2024 season. So here we are. We're Phil Longo. We're walking in cold to a quarterback room that we don't know. All we have is film and our wits, and we are going to improve the Wisconsin quarterback room to make our team better for the 2024 season. Again, the approach that we're going to take in previewing and then looking to improve this group is through fundamentals, through execution, and bringing it all together and finding a tactical advantage with our new skills. So, starting here, the biggest fundamental change that I want to see, and this is something that Phil Longo is going to have to depart with a little bit from part of his philosophy. First thing, Phil Longo has very unique footwork that he likes to train his quarterbacks in. And that footwork is, instead of taking the traditional steps where we move perpendicular to the line of scrimmage, we turn, we shuffle back, or we step back. Phil Longo does the old school way where it's a straight drop back. It's almost like a back pedal into their routes. For me, and what I love about it, and what drew me to Phil Longo as a coach early on, and why I've implemented this footwork for a couple of years now, is the vision that it gives. It allows you to see the entire field. It allows you to have better ability to see to your backside. That's, from a fundamental point of view, it's so simple yet so effective. Where Phil Longo needs to improve with his own footwork is he gives his quarterbacks the freedom to adjust their footwork based on their own tempo. So Phil Longo has three different types of drops. He has what he calls his top gun drop, which is a quick one-step, get rid of the ball drop. He has a quick three-step drop, where it's a three-step drop, quicker. And then he has what he calls a casual three-step drop. Casual three-step drop is more timing-wise in tune with like a five-step drop. Longer, lets those deeper routes develop. Where Phil Longo is unique is he allows his quarterbacks to kind of, if he'd rather take a casual drop in this situation, he can. If he'd rather use the one-step top gun drop, he can. As long as that his footwork gets in time with the receivers, Coach Longo is quite open. Where I'd like to see him depart from this, though, and this is a departure we saw last year. Last year, we didn't see much of the Longo drop back footwork. I want to see it. Why? Because his offense is in tune to that drop back style. And saw this a lot with Tanner last year, where he would drop back and he'd be using the shuffle lateral foot, or the shuffle perpendicular footwork that a lot of quarterbacks use, and he would either be too quick or too slow to the top of his drop, and that completely changed the timing. So what I'm hoping, even though, again, we're bringing another sixth-year quarterback, I'm hoping that Tyler Van Dyke is more open to learning the way that Phil Longo does things and getting in tune from a fundamental point of view with how this offense works, and that will only bring things tighter. Same thing with Braden Locke. Braden Locke is young enough where he still could potentially have 2 years as a starter after this year. It's better to learn the correct footwork now and utilize it now so you can be as successful as the other quarterbacks who have utilized this footwork and gotten to the professional levels. And so from a fundamental point of view, I think Phil Longo needs to be a little bit more stern and say, nope, this is my footwork. We need to run it. Don't give it a why. We don't talk about whys in the air raid offense. It's just, we do it because it's better. Boom, done. When we get better timing and better utilization of footwork that is built into the offense, that is going to enhance decision making, because it is going to make the top of the route decisions much more clear. Because again, in a true air raid sense, a quarterback is not reading defenses. He's reading open space. Get to the top of the drop. Is the receiver open? Yes or no? It is a binary decision. And if the footwork is off, that can change the answer to the question at the top of the route before it even gets there. So, by executing better fundamental footwork, that is going to enhance decision making and make it more decisive. Because, for example, Tyler Van Dyke is a down the field, in the pocket type of quarterback. Tanner Mordecai last year was a improviser, mover, runner, at least more than he was in the past. And we saw how much he took off last year, and we as fans were excited that he was able to extend plays. But how many of his plays did he actually need to extend to get there? So better footwork is going to lead, I hope, lead to more decisive decisions in the passing game. And then from a tactical point of view, I think we need to take advantage now of having quarterbacks who are athletic enough. And if you watch the film, and you can go ahead and watch my preview of Tyler Van Dyke, I might even put a little card up here and let you go see it. He moves fine, above average. And you look at his numbers that he's been testing at with Brady Collins. He's pretty quick for his size. But we don't need him to want to think that he has to win with his feet. He needs to win with his arm. Braden Locke needs to win with his arm. So taking away the quarterback run component of the running game, we need to replace it so we can force defenders to cover the entire field in the running game as much as they do the passing game. So how are we going to do that? We need to expand, better utilize, and be more comfortable with the RPO game in this upcoming season. We ran a lot of RPOs last year, and Tanner didn't pull the trigger. We saw, especially when Tyler Van Dyke was under Josh Gaddis, he was very comfortable, and they utilized, especially up the seams a lot, the RPO game at Miami. And as we're talking about it, we're building again, this whole series, we're building upon each other. We're getting guys like the tight ends and the slot receivers up the vertical press or up the vertical seam in the passing game. And that is going to open opportunities in the run game. By doing that, you open up a defender to be exploited in the RPO game. So less emphasis on the quarterback run aspect and more emphasis on the run pass option, the access throw, the package play. That is going to help take our offense to the next level, because you're going to put yourself in a situation where the defense at all times needs to be aware of the entire field. And defenses can't be right all the time. You're going to put defenses in conflicts of assignment. Conflicts of assignment mean that no matter what a defense does, they're wrong. From a fundamental standpoint, they can be 100% right and still fail. And we build the entire offense based on that. And as a quarterback room, if we improve, we can take better advantage of that. So that is the quarterback room. Very excited about the group. I think Tyler Van Dyke has a lot to prove, that he's still the quarterback he was as a freshman, and how maybe changing a quarterback coach every year, offense coordinator every year, and having a terrible offensive line can really affect your play. And what I find so funny is the off years that Tyler Van Dyke had between his freshman year and now. If he had that happen at Wisconsin, he'd be, that's a pretty decent year. look at his numbers and then compare them to the likes of Alex Hornibrook and Joel Stave and Jack Cohn and Graham Mertz. Not much of a difference. So it's going to be a great year for the quarterbacks. There's a lot of room to improve, and when you have a lot of room to improve, you got a lot of room to get better, and you have a lot of room to surprise people and build upon that. All right, so next time, and we're going to wrap up our fall preview, is we're going to look at how I would evolve the offense, or how I think the offense is going to evolve in year 2 under Phil Longo. And the approach that I'm going to take in this evolution is actually taking a look at how Luke Fickell evolved his defense at Cincinnati and using the approach that he built to change the defense from year to year and applying that to the offense. Because, yes, Luke Fickell is the head coach. He is more defensive minded, but he's the head coach. And he is going to implement his plan when it comes to improvement. And I think using that style can really help us grow at a sustainable rate, which is what we want to do. We don't want to make wholesale changes from year 1 to year 2. All right, so that'll be next time. We'll wrap up the fall preview season, and we'll get ready to get going and actually start watching some film. So that'll be next time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you.